Alright, in this video we're going to talk about simple ways to save fuel, because obviously in an off-grid situation one of your main objectives and even motivations for doing this is to save fuel, save resources in general. So there's a couple really simple things that you can do when you're cooking to help out your flame, help out your stove to be more efficient. And it's surprising how easy it is, and some of these things, at least one of these things, I haven't really seen anybody talk about. And there are things that you can even do at home in your kitchen, not even just off-grid, just for saving fuel. I mean, when you're at home, you're just used to just like turn the flame on and let it burn for an hour at a time. And off-grid, we don't want to do that, and you can save a lot of fuel by learning some really simple techniques. And some of the ones we're going to get to, obviously later on, things like thermal cooking and solar cooking enable you to do it with really minimal fuel. But I'm going to, in this video, just talk about just really general things that you're going to need to use a flame, and at some point, well, at least in the flame-based cookings, not in solar cooking, but in a flame-based cooking, you're going to want to just increase the efficiency of your flame cooking. So they're just really simple things that you can do. So I'm just going to start some water for tea here. And I mean, the first thing I'm going to talk about is what you can do. Well, I mean, the first one is just so obvious that you might even be the type of person who notices immediately. Just you can save a lot of fuel just by putting a lid on there, but a lot of people don't even bother doing that. So just always put a lid on there, and then as it starts to cooking, just gradually tip the lid like that to let a little bit more out. And then if you're finding that it's just over boiling, then just turn the flame down a little bit, and so that you're on more of a simmer mode, as long as it keeps on boiling. And when you do these couple of other things, you'll find that you can use more of a simmer setting to get a full boil just by doing something like this. By using a heat reflector, and this is all this is a can, and this was just like a can that was left over at a campsite. I don't drink, what, this is Bud Light? I don't even drink beer, but if I did, I would not drink Bud Light. But there's somebody's can right there. And these were a monster can that somebody left behind, and all you got to do is just cut some pieces off like that and just stick them right around your pot, and it doesn't even matter how neat you are, just kind of lay them up there. Sometimes they wind up sitting there like that. It doesn't matter, it just reflects the heat back towards the source, and keeps it from just spreading all over the place. So and this is made out of, these are made of aluminum, of course, which is a really good reflector. It doesn't even matter that these are kind of like dirty and stuff. Obviously, if if they're clean, then they would make a more efficient reflector. But the fact that they are aluminum already increases the reflection value a lot. And I don't see any reason to like invest in some kind of fancy aluminum siding or something like that. Aluminum flashing, those are things that can be used, but why not just use free tin cans? I don't see why not just do that. But other things could look also much neater too. So if that's a concern for you, it's obviously not a concern of mine. I don't care how neat things are. So there is a way that you can increase the efficiency of this sort of thing by a ton, and I'll do that by first I'm going to set this down, and I only generally want to do this if I have like everything's open here right now. The door's open, and the fumes, they go down, so they're going to go down under here and then go out the door. Some of it comes up a little bit, some of the fumes will come up, but with propane it's pretty efficient. As long as you got a blue flame, which we do, it's a good sign that you're being pretty efficient. So there's a way that we can increase the efficiency a lot, and I'm going to grab it right now. A box lined with foil inside. I'm just going to set that right over top of it and close the lid. So I got this little thing right there. I don't know if you can see it. Let me raise the camera just a little bit. Just made it so. You can close the box, tape it up. There's still a little bit of a gap for moisture to escape, and there's plenty of gaps along the bottom just because of the way it is. I could put holes in the bottom. You don't really need to provide air with the propane tank because it's the way they're built. The air is designed to come up. You've basically created an oven that, you've created a propane oven. So you're now boiling something inside an oven with a flame source right under it. It's an amazing reflector. It's reflecting everything back at the black pot. So, you know, I mean, there's not much to explain here. You can make a box and cut off the bottom and line it with foil. It's not very complicated. I don't feel like I should need to explain how that's going to work. Oh, of course, I forgot to put the lid back on. That would help a lot. So I would put the lid back on and then put the box on top. And then you can, you just take it apart. I just flip this down under there, and then I can fold it flat and just like stick it anywhere. It's also possible, I might even consider at some point, also you notice it's just like right above the height, but if I had a different box, it's just a box that I found and I stuck foil on it. So I could like even make it and then line it with foil and then stick it like behind here and just like as my kitchen reflective thing, or not. I mean, it's flat. You can stick it anywhere. So I mean, I'm just storing it like up here in my loft, just under my mattress. So yeah, those are two really, really easy things you can do to increase the efficiency of any burning situation. However, however you're cooking on a flame, and of course, I mean, it's an oven, so it's a similar type of principle that are going to be used when we actually do a solar oven. All right, so let's get started with some of the other stuff, and yeah, my tea should be ready pretty shortly.